My class thought my graduation video was boring, so I decided to maliciously comply and give them exactly what they wanted, knowing the school would hate it. I graduated from high school this year. Big thing, obviously. Now, the thing is that I studied at an international school in Europe, so as you might imagine, it's a pretty small establishment with a pretty small class size. To set the scene, my class, which was the largest to ever graduate in my school, was made up of 18 people in total. That's it. So plainly said, we're a pretty tight-knit group, and we shared many memories together, not only in high school, but some of us throughout middle school as well. Hence why it's a tradition for someone to make a graduation video to commemorate all the years that were shared by the students throughout the years. Me being the masochist that I am, I decided to volunteer to make the video, thinking, how hard can this be? It's only 5 minutes worth of videos and photos. Boy, was I wrong. From the get-go, I asked my classmates if they could send me photos and videos, as well as if everybody could vote on a song that everyone would be happy with. Of all the people in my class, only 3 people sent what I asked of them, and pretty much nobody replied about a song. I tried pressuring them on the class group chat, but it was all in vain. At this point, it was Thursday the 2nd of June, and I had a pretty busy week ahead of me with the graduation ceremony being the following Friday on the 10th. And the deadline for the video was Tuesday the 7th. So I got working. On Thursday, I started drafting the structure of the video. I'm quite serious about video editing and I wanted to get in some practice, so I decided to do things seriously. Then I had to stop because my 11-year-old cousin was visiting. So at this point, Thursday's gone by, and now I only have Friday and Saturday morning to work on it. Great. On Friday, I took the photos that I received from my classmates, and I found some older ones on the PC, in yearbooks, and the School Achieve. Then proceeded to transfer all of the files on my computer and download a song that I thought was appropriate to put in the background. Rocket Man by Elton John. Then between late afternoon and 3 a.m. I proceeded to edit 90% of the video. Saturday morning I wake up rather annoyed, jump in the car and keep editing for another 2 hours while I'm in the car with my family as we're driving to Milan to go to a concert. Finally, I'm done. I give it one last look, correct a few small details here and there. It was excellent. Of course, this was because of me being a perfectionist and a masochist at the same time. Not only did I ensure to make the video a nice commemoration of my class's memories, I went above and beyond to have all the photos make sense chronologically. Have it be well balanced between photos and videos, have smooth transitions, and even have it perfectly synced with the music. So I exported to my Google Drive and share it with my classmates on WhatsApp. I wasn't expecting anything, especially because I could have decided not to send it to them in the first place and leave it as is. But let's just say that I would have appreciated a thank you at the very least. Nope.
This is Terry Rasmussen, who also went by the name Larry Vanner, Bob Evans, Gordon Jensen, and Curtis Kimball. He had a lot of nicknames, so he was dubbed the name the Chameleon Killer. This is all going to be a little confusing, so bear with me. November 10th. 1985. A barrel is found in the woods of New Hampshire. 2 female bodies are found in it. One was an adult of 23 to 33 years old. The other one was a child of 5 to 11 years old. The bodies were still decomposing. They had no clothes on, and they had died by blunt force trauma. Jump 15 years later, May 9th, 2000, a second barrel is found in the woods nearby. 2 more female bodies are found. One was 2 to 3 years old, and the second one was around 1 year old. Now, Terry Rasmussen had some troubles with his family and his wife. I'm not going to get into all of that, but he fled to New Hampshire and started going by the name Bob Evans. He started dating this lady named Denise Bowden, and she had a child that was 6 months old. They had Thanksgiving with her mom and then vanished and were never seen again. 5 years later, there's a new handyman at this RV park named Gordon Jensen. He has this 5-year-old daughter named Lisa. Now, Gordon gave this child to a couple and was like, I'll come back later. And never did. So now he's facing child abandonment charges. The year before that, he had a DUI and went under the name Curtis Kimball. They lifted a fingerprint off the RV park where Gordon Jensen worked, and it matched Curtis Kimball. 3 years later, he's finally found and arrested for these child abandonment charges. He served 3 years in prison, but was released on parole after 1 year. He then violated his parole in some way and fled again, now going by the name Larry Vanner. Look, I said this was all confusing. Hopefully you all understand what's going on. 2002, this Larry Vanner is dating this girl named Yoon Soon Jun. She goes missing and is found in her house under a pile of cat litter. Her family thought Larry was very suspicious, so they took him into questioning. And his fingerprints matched Curtis and Gordon. After they found her body, he confessed to second-degree murder and served 15 years to life. He died in 2010 in prison by natural causes. In 2014, they did some DNA testing on the 4 that were found in the barrels, where they found that the 2 in the first barrel were maternally related, and the youngest one in the second barrel was related to them as well. So now it's like, who's this third child? They called it the middle child. They did more testing and it was actually Terry's daughter. They were related, which he had brought with him to this family that he met who he murdered. Hopefully this all made sense. Probably not, but I did my best.